school district may be impacted. Happening today, a charity bike-a-thon to raise money for those in need. The annual Steeple Chase bike tour gets underway in just a few hours. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio joins us live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield this morning, where that bike tour is set to begin. Patricia.
Hi, good morning. Well, the people are set to roll out at 7 o'clock this morning. This is going to be a big event, and this is the 26th year that they've been doing it. Over the years, they've raised over $1 million. This goes to homeless shelters, addiction recovery groups, all sorts of good causes. Joining me now live is Paula Shepard. She's one of the people involved in this. Now, today is National Humanitarian Day.
World Humanitarian Day.
So did you plan this purposefully?
We got lucky. No, we didn't plan it.
Good coincidence to have this.
It is.
But the idea is philanthropic. These cyclists are donating to good causes.
It's truly an event about people helping people. We've got people coming from all over the region who are going to be riding their bikes to raise money for 3 social service organizations that make a difference in people's lives.
Now, it's called Steeple Chase because all of the different spots along this bike tour are churches?
They're churches or parks that are being manned by church congregations. Yeah, and people can stop and have snacks and water or get their fingers manicured or get a massage. There's all kinds of things that are going on at the different steeple stops.
That's a nice benefit. And the thing that's interesting about it is you can do 100 miles if you are capable of doing that, which wouldn't be me, or you can do other smaller bike rides.
My family's going to be riding, and we're going to do the 20-mile today because we're not up to the 100.
Okay, and they're scenic, right? They go all along down to the coastline.
Beautiful roads of Eastern Connecticut.
Yeah,
yes.
That's awesome. We can talk about more in the next half hour about where specifically they're going to be riding and what specific charities are going to be benefited. We're live in Mansfield. I'm Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Happening today during a difficult budget year, a charity cycling event today is raising some money for nonprofits in need. The annual Steeple Chase bike tour gets underway in just a few hours, and Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio is live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield, where that bike tour is set to begin this morning. Patricia.
Hi, good morning, Caitlin. Well, it is coincidence that today is World Humanitarian Day because obviously the people who are involved in this race are people who are donating to charities, so it just kind of worked out that it turned out to be on the same day. This event starts at 7 o'clock. There's going to be a lot of bikers here raising money for good causes. Joining me now is Lee Duffy, and she is with the Wyndham No Freeze Project.
Correct.
That is a homeless shelter?
It is a shelter helping folks experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness.
And you're one of the charities that is going to be benefited by today's event.
Correct. One of 3. The other 2 are perception programs who help folks out with mental health and substance use issues, and Wyndham Area Interfaith Ministry, who is helping folks with basic needs, heating, home items, housing assistance, those kinds of things also.
So this event, you can make it as long as 100-mile bike tour if you want to, and then there's in between 62 miles and even 5 mile you could do a walk, and it's very scenic, right? You're along the water.
Well, we're not along the water, but we're in one of the most beautiful spots in Connecticut. The northeast corner is gorgeous. The 60.5 mile ride, 62.5 mile ride has an area of it that looks like Ireland. It's that beautiful. And most of these roads are not well traveled, so for bikers, that's fantastic. You can ride through the countryside, and it's just a beautiful ride and very easy in terms of traffic and those kinds of things.
That's good. I thought maybe down in New London they were down by some water down that way.
We don't go that far.
Okay, so all right, I'm learning as I go here. So they stop at little rest stops that are, many of them are churches. That's how the Steeple Chase name got its name. You've raised over $1 million over the year. Now, of course, if you are not a biker but still want to help out with these causes, I'm putting up a graphic right now. You can go on to
steeplechasebiketour.org.
There you go. And you can, for every $1 that you donate, donate, it's going to be matched. So $1 becomes $2. It's a very worthwhile cause. As we said, this is going to be from 7 until 11 o'clock this morning. And if you do want to participate, you can still come down here and register and bike yourself. We're live in Mansfield. I'm Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Happening today during a difficult budget year, a charity cycling event is raising money today for some nonprofits in need. The annual Steeple Chase Bike Tour gets underway in just a few hours. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio joins us live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield, where that bike tour is set to begin. Good morning, Patricia.
Hi, good morning, Caitlin. Well, it is coming on a perfect day because, number one, it's not raining anymore. Number two, it is World Humanitarian Day. And also, as you just mentioned in the prior story, there's been a lot of slashes in the budgets that affect social services. And so the money is to help folks, homeless shelters and people with recovery addiction, things like that. So it's got a lot of very nice causes that it is geared towards. Now, joining me live here is Ron Maniza. And you are the self-described ambassador of cycling. And what's very interesting to you about me is that you're a real expert on cycling the state, and you help them work out this 100-mile tour that the folks who are involved are going to do.
Yes, I have. I've actually laid out all of the rides. We have a 5, a 20, a 35, a 50, a 100K, which is 62 miles, and then the 100-mile.
What makes them special? They're very scenic?
You're in northeastern Connecticut. There's no prettier place to ride a bicycle. It's quiet out here. It's beautiful. There's rolling hills. It's gorgeous.
That's wonderful. And so this is not only for the real cycling enthusiasts, but people, just families, kids with bikes can come out to this too. And
that's why we have our shorter rides as well as our longer rides. We also have a walk associated with the 5-mile, so you can go either way with this.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to put up a graphic for you. It is steeplechasebiketour.org, and for every $1 that is raised, they have a matching donor, so it becomes $2. So if you don't come down to ride, which you still can, by the way, you can still register. This goes on from 7 to 11, but you can also still help out from home and donate. We are live in Mansfield. I'm Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Happening today during a difficult budget year, a charity cycling event is raising some money today for local nonprofits in need. The annual Steeple Chase Bike Tour gets underway in just a few hours. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio joins us live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield, where the bike tour is set to begin. Good morning, Patricia.
Hi, good morning, Caitlin. Well, this will begin at 7 o'clock. It goes from 7 until 11, and it's cyclists who come from not only Connecticut, but from all over to be part of this big bike-a-thon. It's a big tour. It can go up to 100 miles, but you don't have to do 100 miles if you don't want to. Joining me is Deborah Walsh. She is with the Asen Family Foundation. So, first of all, you are one of the people who got this thing started way back 26 years ago.
Well, our agency did. It was Perception Programs and WAME, and then the third agency was our No Freeze Shelter, which joins us more recently, right?
Right. So this benefits homeless shelters, addiction recovery centers, all kinds of things. Did you ever really think it would become this big?
Isn't this amazing? There are so many people here, and no, I didn't. It was started rather small. I think we had 200-300 riders, and now there's just literally hundreds, and they come from all over, as you said.
It's an incredible scenic bike tour that they do.
Well, you know, Eastern Connecticut is beautiful, so they're traveling all around the area. If you're riding the 100, you go as far as the Rhode Island border, so it's really quite an amazing adventure here. And they stop at churches where they're provided with food and a little rest so that they can, you know, have a little time to themselves, and then they can get back on their bikes and ride some more.
Right, that's why it's called Steeple Chase, because they stop at the different things. Because to do 100 miles, the other guy I was talking to said if you did it straight, it would be like 5.5 hours at best. And it could take 10 hours. But these people are, some of them are really very experienced cyclists, but you don't have to be. You can walk too. If you don't want to come out and do the bike tour, you can certainly donate online. We're going to put up a graphic for you, and it is Steeple steeplechasebiketour.org. For every dollar that you donate, the Austin Foundation is going to match it, so that becomes $2 for each dollar. You hear the music starting in the background, so this thing is going to get ready to kick off at 7. We'll be back at 7 with more on it. We're live in Mansfield. I'm Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Be impacted. And happening today during a difficult budget year, a charity cycling event today is raising some money for nonprofits in need. The annual Steeplechase Bike Tour gets underway actually gets underway just about now, I think. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio is live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield this morning, where that bike tour is beginning. Good morning, Patricia.
Hi, good morning. It is beginning. It's 7 o'clock, and this thing is just getting started. And as you mentioned, with various social services being cut because of state budgeting, this is coming at the perfect time. Today is World Humanitarian Day, so all of these philanthropic cyclists are doing this to raise money for recovery addiction centers and homeless shelters. Joining me are 2 cyclists. These people have a lot more energy than I do. This is Lou and Ginger Gritzo. Right? You came from Wrentham, Massachusetts to do this. It's your 2nd year. So you're doing the 100 miles. By the way, you can do 100 miles on this. You can walk as little as 5 miles. You professionals here call it the century.
Yes.
That is going to take a lot of time to do that.
6 hours.
6 hours. Is that with stopping or not?
That includes stopping, filling our water bottles, getting our nails painted, eating ice cream.
And she's not even kidding, because at some of these stops, it's called the Steeplechase Tour, because you stop at these various stops, and that's why you have on no nail polish, because they'll have little girls doing that. Now, you guys...
I'm going to skip the nail polish.
Yes, I assumed that you would. You guys like to do this because it benefits a lot of nice charities.
Absolutely. It's a great thing to do. It's a great way to give back to the community, and all the volunteers that are helping out. I really appreciate their time as well, because the support along the ride is just outstanding.
It's wonderful. You know, I have to say, whenever you go to biking things, you always meet the most fit people, because how many calories are you going to burn with this thing?
Oh, around what, 3,000 or so? Yeah.
3,000 calories. See, I may be wearing red with you, but that's about where we we part ways in terms of energy. But it is a very nice event. You can still come out and register to do this, but if biking is not your thing, you can certainly donate. We're going to put up a graphic on screen right now, and it'll show you how you can do it. It's the steeplechasebiketour.org. For every dollar that you donate, there is a matching donation, so that will become $2. It's a very nice event. You have a nice day. There's no rain, maybe a little humidity, but that's about it. We are live in Mansfield. I'm Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Mike, thank you. Happening today during a difficult budget year, a charity cycling event is raising money for some nonprofits in need. The annual Steeplechase Bike Tour just got underway, and Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio joins us live from the Eastern Connecticut State University Athletic Complex in Mansfield with more on the big event. And you have some new friends there, Patricia.
Yeah, I think I've made quite a few friends since we had our last hit. This group are the Thread City Cyclers. They are out of Willimantic, and I have 2 very special folks with me. Well, not that you are not special, John, but this gentleman right here, Saul, is 90 years old, and he is going to be doing the bike tour today. This goes as long as 100 miles that you can do this. You're doing how many today?
I'm only doing 20 today.
Only 20 at 90. Only.
Well,
You're a slacker.
I did my 55-mile, 90 kilometers for my 90th birthday about a week and a half ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm going on vacation, so I have to get back and start
You got to get
packing.
back in shape? No. You're very much in shape. Now, you guys, this is obviously this event is for raising money for charities, homeless shelters, and people in recovery, but it's also an exceptionally beautiful ride.
Oh, yeah. We travel all the roads in the area, Lebanon. We end up with a 100-miler. We end up all the way out in Woodstock before we turn around and come back. So we get to see a lot of the beauty of Northeast Connecticut.
It's lovely, and they call it Steeple Chase Tours because they have all these different stops. Many of them are at churches with steeples, and I understand that there's one stop that's tradition where they have little girls painting nails, and that even the guys get their nails painted. Are you going to do that?
Well, why not? And one of the great things about this ride is the food stops at the churches. The people at the churches, I think, are competing with each other to make the best cookies and cakes and brownies. And it's probably the only ride that you can gain weight on.
Yeah, I bet, because I'm sure you burn a few thousand calories. Well, God bless you. I 90 years old. This man is still biking. It's a lovely event. We're going to put up a graphic for you because if you're not coming out to bike, if you want to make a donation, you certainly can. That is steeplechasebiketour.org. For every $1 that's donated, it is matched, so that becomes $2. So you can do that or be strong and come on down. Better you than me. We're live in Mansfield. I'm